Well, hello there. Happy
Wednesday. Ooh,
How'd that
Wednesday.
That was fast.
I know. Once Wednesday comes, Monday's slow. Tuesday's bleh. Wednesday's like woo, and then it just flies.
It does.
And then the weekend goes even faster.
But we have lots to look forward to today. We're going to talk about Luke chapter 10,
Woo woo.
which is always exciting.
Yes.
Luke chapter 10 is always exciting. All the time.
All the time?
Right now. It's exciting all the time.
Well, tell us about it then. Well, let me tag everybody.
Hey,
Looks different.
we did it differently. Let's see how it works. Let's see.
There.
Tag a friend.
Tag.
Okay, you're it. Well, anyway, Luke 10, I guess yesterday we read about how the disciples were sent out.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. And,
Yes, they were sent out.
They were sent out. And Luke 10, 72 more are sent out. They're not the 12, but they're other disciples. And I know we don't think about that much, but when you hear about the disciples in the Bible, it's often thought about like there's only 12 disciples.
Yeah.
But there were Jesus had lots of disciples. And you can even know this like later on in John, it talks about how some left because of what Jesus was saying. So he had lots and lots of disciples. Anyway, he sent them out. And then when they returned, they were excited because when they went to preach the gospel in the power of Jesus, they were able to heal people. And all this has to do with showing that Christ and who he is true. I mean, that's all the miracles in the Bible were just to prove that Christ is who he says he is.
That's cool.
Okay, so that's why you may not see as many today because
We know he's true.
the point is to prove Christ.
That's cool. That's a good point.
Yeah,
Or a good distinction.
distinction. Whoo, stink.
Ah.
So anyway, it moved on from there to the parable of the Good Samaritan, and this is like everybody's heard of this about the Good Samaritan. There's Good Samaritan food groups. There's Good Samaritan things, and it's a really great story. It's something to come back to over and over. A lawyer was going to test Jesus and saying, how do I inherit eternal life? And Jesus says, what's written in the law, or how do you read it? No, wait. He asked Jesus, how do you interpret the law? And Jesus said, and the law comes down to this: you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And then you should love your neighbor as yourself. And that's what the Ten Commandments are. When you round them all up, the first part of it's about loving God and keeping him first in your life. The second is the reflection of that by loving and honoring authorities and your parents and not killing and stealing and adulteries and stuff like that. And so, loving your neighbor as yourself. So this guy was like, oh, okay, so who's my neighbor? Trying to test Jesus. And so Jesus, I know you probably read this before, but Jesus says that a man was robbed and was beat up really bad and then left to die right there. Well, a priest comes by down the road and sees him, but passes on the other side of the road. Didn't want anything to do with him. And then you have also a Levite, the same thing. He passes by. And you see both of these people here are considered they're considered by everybody else the righteous people. Well, in the end, what happens is a Samaritan, and the Samaritans were the most despised. They were despised, I think, even more than Gentiles.
More than tax collectors?
They were like traitors. They totally were like traitor Jews. Because they were a mixture of Gentiles and Jew descent. So
That makes sense.
They were really hated. Anyway, so the Samaritan of all people, the most hated guy of all, stops, fixes the guy up, takes him to a place, drops him off, pays for him to stay there until he gets better, and says, I'll pay more when I come back if it costs more. And so his point was that this Samaritan, who was mostly despised, was actually doing the right thing. He was the righteous person more than the priests and the Levites because he was actually doing God's love, And,
That's awesome. And he didn't even know the guy.
Yeah, yeah. And then in a nutshell with salvation, that's just how it is. Salvation is a free gift. It surely is a free gift. There's nothing we can do to earn it. At the same time, salvation isn't alone. It always comes along with good works. It comes with love. And if you don't have love to go with it, it's probably not really salvation. And we can even look at ourselves and say, well, what am I doing outside of myself? What am I doing for someone else?
That's nice.
You know, just because I think righteous, just because I'm smart, like a priest or a Levi or whatever, that doesn't mean anything. What's your actions? You know, how are you loving somebody, the unlovable? And so salvation is free, and salvation is by Christ alone. But salvation isn't alone; it comes along with love and good works.
That's cool. That's pretty.
And so that's how you can test, and that's how I test. And I even look at this passage today, and I can see places in my life where I could do better.
I think we all can.
And I pray that God could help me do that. And so
That's cool.
so
I
that's
like it. That's a great explanation and great tie to salvation.
Yeah, and
That's cool.
There's more in here, but that would be good for now. I'd like to talk about that one because of Mom.
Martha.
That's funny. But well, I'll leave Mom alone for now. 'Cause,
Not everybody will know what we mean.
yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we love you, and thanks for joining us. And that was an awesome explanation. Thank you.
Thank you.
And tomorrow is Luke 11 on Thursday.
Yes, it is.
We'll see you tomorrow,
It's
God
always
willing.
Luke 11 on Thursday, all the time.
All right. Love you. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.